And welcome back to Bendy and the Ink Machine after the greatest cliffhanger of all time. After setting up the episodes
we're
like this.
finally out of chapter 3.
We're finally out of chapter 4, thank God.
No, we're finally into chapter 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank God.
Yeah, we're finally continuing on. We don't really have... As far as I can remember, there are no more fetch quests at the whole game.
Cool. Okay, so what
we're good.
All right. If that was basically all of the fetch questing of the game, just condensed into the one chapter, what exactly is chapter 4 about?
Chapter 4, I'm pretty sure, is mostly just kind of figuring out what happened to Boris and trying to get him back. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's mostly what it kind of focuses on and stuff.
And do you do this like via the puzzle solving of the game?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I guess you could technically count them as puzzles, but I mean, you're mostly. I mean, we're gonna get to a point later on. We're mostly just kind of going to different areas and like trying to, like set up to open up to like a last area where we're gonna try to like figure out what happened to Boris. So we're gonna be like hitting switches and stuff, pretty much.
Okay, so we're just going to be like, here's a door. I can't go through that. Go the other way. I found.
Yeah. So right now, this is just kind of like the door's missing a valve, so we have to go back over here and grab it so we can continue.
Perfect explanation.
That's your first challenge. This is just kind of the beginning of the game and stuff, or the beginning.
The beginning of the game.
I didn't mean it as the game. The beginning of chapter 4. So we're just kind of.
We have time travel.
I think mostly right now we're kind of just figuring out where we actually landed after the elevator just kind of crashed on us.
Library apparently.
Yeah, I guess we're in some kind of like library or maybe.
What's called the archives.
What kind of animation studio is this? If there's a library, and like there's like chapter 1 is like the drawing tables and stuff, right? And then we're here in a library in chapter 4, and then somewhere between that was like, or 2 or 3 was like a toy factory or something like that.
Yeah, chapter 3 was like a toy factory and like merch or something, and then like chapter 2 was like the music studio or something.
Right, the music studio, right. I can imagine music and animation go together. I can imagine that. I don't know where the toy and the library come in the same building.
Yeah, I guess the toys are probably supposed to be like merchandise. Like maybe they were actually doing pretty good, like obviously good enough for for toys to be made of them. I guess maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I can imagine that, but like being within the same building and the same company because yeah, right. Because, like, I guess let's take Sonic the Hedgehog. Sega makes Sonic the Hedgehog, right? But what about the toys? Those are pretty much made by Mattel, right?
Seems like it.
Yeah, most likely. What the fuck?
Ooh. Preview vision.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so when I was playing chapter 4 for this playthrough, I actually... I forgot that happened, so it legit actually made me jump a little bit when that happened.
Okay.
I forgot that was actually a part of chapter 4.
I guess there are still some fear factor elements to the game this far in.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of a jump, but I mean...
the core of it is basically a fear game.
In terms of like character jump scares from like Bendy and stuff, we're not really gonna get like too much of that kind of.
Okay, what exactly was that though?
That I don't really know. It might have been like a
vision. That's all you have to know.
Flashback, or I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck. What type of flashback makes the fucking doors open and closes?
I don't know. I don't think that ever really gets explained. Honestly, what happens during that?
And most horror games should.
So what we were doing a moment ago was we were just trying to find books to like open up the door that was at the end of that like circular like library sort of section there for a minute.
Gotcha. Oh, now we're where? What?
And now it's like, oh, we can't get across. We need a gear, I guess. So
an animation studio has a bridge. What?
Yeah, so this is going to kind of introduce pretty early on that these things will actually, well, we're going to have to get a thing to actually like fuel with, but those are basically going to like give us items that we want, that we like select on the side of the machine itself, basically. Okay. That's kind of introducing that later on, because it is going to be used later on in chapter 4, and I'm pretty sure in chapter 5 as well.
Okay.
So it's just kind of getting us used to that. So it's it's like, oh, we got this thing.
Oh, so this is where the output. Is this the output of where the selector was?
Yeah, so there was like a little like kind of thick ink dude, and so we just got like basically like a blob of him that we can put in there, and so now we can use that as like as sort of like a fuel source to give us the thing that we want.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, what have you done to Vsauce? You've turned him into a gear.
And don't worry, there's more Vsauce to be had.
Oh no.
Hidden lore of Vsauce is part of the game.
Hidden lore of Vsauce. Vsauce is the ink in Bendy and the ink machine.
No, Vsauce is just the entire.
Every jump scare is Vsauce. That'd be really funny if I had done that. Like if I just replaced all the jump scares to going like Vsauce, Michael here.
That's just what happens within Vsauce's head.
Right. Oh man. Is it stopping for a reason?
Yeah, so we were riding like the little gondola, and then it like shook and stopped, and it has this really like suspenseful music, like, oh, are you gonna make it across? But now everything's fine.
Huh. Okay.
I don't really know what the point of that was, honestly.
It's to scare you, Josh. Because the game is scary. Whoa, see, it's scary!
Spooky vision.
Spooky vision, yeah.
Also, just another little thing. I don't know if you even noticed through the other chapters, but every once in a while you'll get to like a little point where you can actually briefly see the ink machine from chapter 1 just moving downwards on a bunch of chains.
Oh, so like the chains that you're walking up the staircase of are those the same chains that
those are the same ones? Yeah, it was kind of brief, but like at the end of the hallway when like the little like jump thing kind of ended, like you can kind of briefly see the ink machine actually going downwards.
Oh, okay.
And there's a few places in pretty much all the chapters, like 2 and onwards, where you can see the ink machine just kind of going downwards to something.
Huh. Okay.
You can't really see where it's going. It just kind of goes into an abyss if you actually like try to see where it's going, but it's going somewhere.
It's going somewhere. Oh, who dat?
I don't really. It's actually, now that I think about it, I don't even know if the game like explains what they are, but I'm pretty sure they're like
they're a person.
Yeah, they're kind of people. They're sort of like lost. I guess like lost souls, you can almost kind of say, like lost people or whatever that I guess has been like turned to ink or something.
Doesn't help that in the walls it says he will set us free.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So do they explain is like these are just normal people that just got corrupted by the ink?
I don't think it really explains. If it does, it's probably in an audio log somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't really say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. Oh no. Hello there.
Don't worry, he can't give it a bad touch. Not yet. Even he knows it.
Bastard.
I think that's kind of what I was getting to last part. Like, I think it's typical for horror games to like introduce their settings, but not really explain their settings just for the sake of a plot progression. But all the
well, no, not just that. Like, what's always scary is a force that you don't know than a force you do know.
Oh yeah, I guess if you're wanting to go with the route of like fear.
Don't be stupid. I'm scared.
Fear of the unknown is what makes you fearful. I guess is that where you're getting at, Carlos?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, but
because sometimes because if you know a lot about a creature, then you could easily figure out a plan to destroy it.
Yeah,
and it makes you less scared then.
Yeah, perhaps there is like a definite difference between a zombie and a ink blob.
Yeah.
There's probably at least a little bit of a difference between the two.
Right. Okay. But yeah, but I guess what I'm getting at is like within the universe that the like I don't even remember like the proper word to call it. But like I guess all the supplementary material and all the subtext right here, like something like this on the side of the screen, is all presented like via the voice tapes here, or like the just the readable files in a Resident Evil game. I don't know how other horror games do. I don't really play that much, but I think it's just typical among that genre.
For good reason. I'm not really a fan of horror games either. Even though I'm not really a fan of horror games, because of how much like story there is in Bendy, I almost don't even want to consider it a horror game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I guess they're like. I guess we don't really know like what is technically considered a horror game. Like, how do you make a horror game a game? Basically, what exactly are you gonna have the player do with
yeah, most horror games are just like fucking sneak. You sneak around and be scared.
Or an objective survive.
or like classic Resident Evil, like solve a bunch of puzzles within the mansion itself. Like you're on floor 2, you find the gems that activate the control panel on floor 1 or something like that, and that's how you progress. I guess a lot of horror games are puzzle solving games, sort of. That's what I'm kind of seeing.
To an extent, at least.
Yeah, to an extent.
What can you do in a horror scenario that doesn't just kill the suspense? If you actually are able to fight, you're like, why the fuck don't we just try to fight the monster?
Right. Or in some games cases, it depends on what exactly the developers want to do with the player. You can have some sort of offense, but have it like really bad. Like really bad. Again, going to Resident Evil, because your ammos in that game is very limited, very limited. So you have to be smart with how you approach your enemies. You just don't want to be like.
Go gun blazing.
Yeah, exactly. I remember,
unlike Kirby with that gun in the other part.
like I remember introducing Resident Evil 4 to one of my other friends, whom I no longer talk with because we went our separate ways. Besides the point, he had told me he had gotten stuck at one point, and he said, "Okay, you used a sniper rifle to do this part of the puzzle," and then he said, "Oh, I never bought the sniper rifle."
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
You tough luck idiot.
Yep. And then I never talked with him again. Yeah. So there's that.
All right. So we have a couple of switches that we have to like activate to turn on like the final thing to go to. I guess like because this is supposed to be like an amusement park, I guess, kind of thing that we're in right now.
What kind of animation studio has an amusement park inside of it?
Yeah, I know, this is really weird. But right now what we have to do, because it kind of explains it a little bit in the audio log that we just kind of just ignored, I guess you could say. But it was saying something about like kind of just taking a break and actually like just kind of having fun or something. So we have to actually like try to play and beat to a certain extent. God, I fucking suck. Beat to a certain extent with these like I guess mini games, so we can try to like progress, which is kind of weird.
Huh? Oh, look at that bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, so we got like a little like a little like sound that plays like, oh yeah, you did it. So now this door opens, so we can actually get the thing.
You don't. Okay, you don't have to knock down every single bottle as long as.
No, you just have to do enough for it to say that you did it.
Gotcha. That's weird.
Bendy definitely has the horror atmosphere, but not much else in terms of horror.
I mean, that's what I was kind of saying. Like, I almost don't even want to consider Bendy a horror game because it's. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's just not really scary.
No.
Yeah, I just feel like that might apply to like all the horror games. I think this is what we're getting at earlier. Is like, what exactly do you do with the gameplay of the so-called horror game? I suppose if we're to phrase it like.
I mean, Outlast is
after a bit of
it's
walking around,
it's a pretty good one.
like an idiot.
Yeah, I thought I had to do something else, but literally I just had to flip that down. It's been a little while since I played Bendy, alright?
I see. Oh, man.
Oh my god. Alright, so we have the Butcher gang again. And we have to get to like there's a little thing we have to get to kind of walk past. This is showing us that they actually kind of get attracted to like noise basically whenever like that why can't I think of the name of the freaking thing?
The paint can? Or
I guess can, yeah. Well, when like they hear basically the sound of that, they'll go over towards it. So we have to kind of use that to our advantage to sneak around them actually, because we don't exactly have a weapon to fight them.
They just gotta chuck the cans.
Yeah. I mean, you can throw the cans. I think there's actually like an achievement or an Easter egg you get by actually trying to kill them with the cans.
Okay. And also,
but it's not very easy to do.
were these the collectibles you're collecting in like the first few chapters? Because I remember I saw you collect some cylinders that looked like this.
Like the bacon soup, basically.
Yeah, I just never commented on it because I forgot.
Yeah, I think at one point they might have been used to like heal yourself if you took damage, but like as far as I'm aware of, they don't really do anything. They're just kind of there.
They're just kind of there now?
Yeah, I mean, there's the one part in chapter 3 where you have to collect a couple so you can like make Boris like some food for him or something like that. But otherwise, they're not really used for anything. They're just kind of there.
That's weird, especially since there's that one part that had like a whole closet full of them.
Yeah, I think one of the chapters might have an achievement for collecting all of the bacon soup in that chapter, but other than that, there's not really a point in collecting any of them.
Huh. Odd.
Yeah, some kind of interesting here is that it's talking about like the mechanical, I guess, kind of bendy demon thing. It almost makes it seem like it's supposed to be like a bendy animatronic, I guess you could sort of call it.
Animatronic?
I don't see why an animation studio would need an animatronic for anything, even if it's an amusement park.
Bruh, this animation studio, okay? The only two settings that made sense in this thing are the drawing tables and the music studio. Why the hell is there a toy shop and why the hell is there an amusement park?
Yeah,
in the same building.
It's really kind of weird. I don't understand it either.
Oh, your game followed.
Right.
No! Yeah, see, you can throw the cans at them, and they do take a little bit of damage, but it's not really going to be killing them that easily.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. See, I ran out of cans. I barely even did anything to them. Idiot.
Moron.
It's like Kevin from I think it was Home Alone 2, where he's up on the top of the building and he's talking down to the two bandits, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna throw my camera down." Grabs a brick, throws it right at one of them.
You throw down your camera, and we won't hurt you.
Okay.
Okay, kid. Give it to me. How many fingers am I holding up, Marv? 8.
That's basically what you're doing right now.
Oh god.
Obviously don't know what the fuck you're doing right now.
Okay, there's an area I have to kind of get to in the corner. You can kind of see on the other side what I went to. I have to go over there to open the door to leave the way that I came in, essentially. So I have to try to sneak around them again.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Ooh, more cans that we're not gonna need to use.
All right. So what exactly are you flipping the switches for?
So the main thing we're trying to open is going to lead to like it's gonna be like I was gonna say haunted house, but I guess that's I guess it's technically true.
There's a
it's like,
haunted house in this.
It's like a ride, like haunted house kind of ride thing that we're kind of trying to lead up towards for some whatever stupid reason.
You're telling me there's a roller coaster ride inside this animation studio?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a roller coaster, but yeah, I guess so.
God damn. Oh, I see. The right. The,
yeah. With the
How much power does this must this be fucking a hawk to itself in a power plant? What's a power bill? That's a real question here.
Yo, right? No wonder they went out of business and it's now haunted by ink blobs. They never paid their electric bill.
Anyway, that's the end of part 5. We'll be back next time where we calculate how much money it would have. No, I'm just kidding.